the satisfying context that I think some people are looking for to validate the relationship that they imagine. And so I kind of love the vagary of it. Were we talking about lurking yesterday? We were talking about lurking yesterday. Yes, we were. And I have a path forward for that. For making lurking more, what's the word? For making lurking part of the cookie cutter process. All right, we're going to start the YouTube stream. We're going to introduce myself, and we're going to talk about what we're doing today. Then we're going to do it. Okay? So just give me a moment, because when I start up YouTube, I like to do like the whole, oh, this is the spiel. So, you know, it feels a little jarring if you've been hanging out here for the hour that we're going to start that, and then we're going to get right back to it. I promise. Okay, starting vertical, starting horizontal. Maybe we're finishing horizontal if we're lucky. Do you like that one? Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for joining. Today is a cooking stream. We're doing a little bit of a trip prep wrap up. We did a full trip prep yesterday, and today we're doing some beet cookies. I'm developing a recipe for beet cookies just for my own amusement and because I want to, and it's also fun. And we're also doing a little bit of dinner. So I have the beets in the oven. I have some trip prep stuff that we're going to do while the beets cook. And then once we get that out, we'll puree them and we'll get moving on the cookies. And then I'm going to make a little bit of dinner. Hopefully, maybe, we'll see. Dinner is just going to be like grilled cheese and tomato soup. I already made the tomato soup and the grilled cheese. I'm going to keep it as easy as possible today. So that's what we're doing. If you're new, welcome in. My name's Lou. I'm a recipe developer. I am a recipe tester. I'm a home cook. I'm a parent. My pronouns are he, they, and I'm happy to have you joining us. If you're live, please enjoy chatting. If you're on YouTube, you have to subscribe for 5 minutes and it'll be in chat. I would love it if you would like to subscribe as well. Our stream is all about cooking and conversations. If you're watching on the horizontal stream, you'll see the Twitch chat over here, down below, somewhere over here. We are doing mostly vegetable-forward family meals and recipe development on the stream, but we also do trip prep, we do baking, we do meal prep, we make some snacks every once in a while. We definitely make a good amount of cookies, and every once in a while I get out in the world to do an IRL stream, either in Philadelphia, where I live, or somewhere else. Often they're food adjacent, but not necessarily. Our community is pretty enthusiastic about cooking and the culinary world. We're very kind, generally speaking, kind to each other, also kind of weird individually and collectively. We love a good innuendo, which we've had quite a lot of today. And follows are silent. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe as we get into it, and I'm happy to have you here. If, as I mentioned, you hear me responding to things and you don't see them in the chat on Twitch or the replay, on YouTube, or the chat replay, I am responding to primarily chat on Twitch, which again shows up down here on the video. If you're watching on the horizontal video, you're like, hey, how come your arm is cut off? Because it's on the vertical video. So come on over. Come on over to the vertical side. Okay, but I do have some scrolling up to do to say hi to some folks that we were that hopped in while I was doing my spiel. While so yes, Grace, yeah, sorry, that was a vertical is fun too. Yeah, that was a that was a little bit of an innuendo / technical joke. We kind of wove those two together. For those of you who know, vertical and horizontal is available. Anyway, don't think my is the possessive part where it says yes. I mean, it is. It is. Partner, I think my implies the relationship. Partner provides the agency aspect of it, in my head. Because it would be, because I could also say a partner, or the partner that I live with. But that, I feel like, also diminishes the role. So, trying to walk the middle ground. But I got you. I appreciate the question. Oh my god. Or beats an aphrodisiac, Grace says. Anything is if you try hard enough. Oh my god. Splits, welcome in. Hello. I think I said I saw you in chat earlier, but I didn't say hi to you. Not out of malice, because I just it was like gone. The YouTube werewolves, the like and subscribe. Oh my god, Red. Thank you. Enjoy the cleanup. I appreciate you sending friends through. I'm non-binary, and Red asked what I wanted to be called, and I chose wife and mom because those are things that I connect with. Right, and I think that anything where you feel validated is fine. I think when people choose to call you something else and refuse to use your preferred terminology, whatever it is, that's the hard. That is the hard part. Okay, we have some other small things to do today. While we're waiting. This is sort of the trip prep / kitchen projects aspect of the stream. So the beets have been in the oven for 27 minutes. They're going to stay in the oven for another... sorry, they've been in the oven for 33 minutes. They're just going to stay in there. I'm going to wash my hands, and then we're going to cut up a couple things. I'm going to do a little packaging of some things. We have some oatmeal and pancake mix to contend with. I'm going to take a look through my camping culinary tuck boxes. I don't know if that's a term that people use anymore. Maybe I'm dating myself. But dating yourself is also fun. You should do that on occasion. Just go out, get some dinner on your own, you know? But that's not the dating myself I was talking about. I was talking about using old technology. What are beets? Beets are... what are beets? Are beets called something else elsewhere? What am I doing? I'm cutting up a melon. I was like, why am I going in here? Right, so I'm looking for a place to put the melon once I cut it up. That's what. Are beets called something else? Like, I know, like eggplant is called aubergines, right? That's a thing. They're red root vegetables, similar looking to turnips, except they're bright red. One second, I'll show you. I put them in the oven already, so I can't show you the ones that are in the oven, but I can show you these. They also make music. Hi-yo! That is true. Beetroot, Persephone says. Yes, beetroot is a good alternate name. These kind of what they look like. It's funny because this doesn't really show red beets. So the ones I'm using today look like that, the red ones. Purple taproot. Interesting. I've never heard that Persephone. I am also not. I've only ever heard them called beets. I know that when I was a child, beets were a big no thank you. I did not want them. I never really experienced beets in a form that was like fresh and interesting. I always experienced beets in a form that was like from a can, pickled. We put them in a salad. Yeah, you roast them and put them in a salad. Today, I am roasting them but putting them in a cookie. Kind of the same. A cookie is basically a salad. It's not. That wasn't even a funny joke, and it didn't make any sense. But I did say it out loud. Nine says I like pickled beets too. I do now. I didn't when I was a child. I didn't have any sort of. I didn't like beets, and I didn't like asparagus when I was a kid. Fries are handheld salads, tomato and potato. This is true. This is true. That brings forth the age-old debate of whether or not ketchup is a smoothie. I don't think so. I think that's inaccurate. But I've heard that argument made before on the internet by trolls. This is a type of melon, and I forget what type of melon it is because I bought it at Reading Terminal. It looked good. It said that it was firm and very sweet. And Calvin, my son, likes melons, and so I got it. It wasn't ripe until today. I don't think it was ripe. It didn't feel or smell ripe. But again, this is the first time having this. It looks very much like a cantaloupe. Tatsu, hello. Welcome in. How did the beet cookies go? The beet cookies have not gone yet. We're roasting the beets currently. So the beet cookies are still to come. We are doing a couple other things right now while I'm waiting for the beets to cook. Yeah, Persephone says, my main fear of new ingredients is cooking it wrong and being put off by it again. Yeah, or being put off trying it again. That's super. That's a valid thing to think of. I have a story about that relates to artichokes. Cantaloupe. It was next to the cantaloupe, but it was something else. It had some other specific name. It does very much look like cantaloupe, and so I'm not sure. I think it's probably like a variety, some type of like cantaloupe variety. We have an Obi, a cat. A cat has arrived. Hi, Clyde. Oh, I perceived him. He's gone again. Okay. He didn't want to be perceived. Obi, babe. Hello. Man, Obi in chat. Obi, he was here for the briefest of moments. He very rarely makes an appearance on stream. This is the rare cat. Do cats like melon? I don't know. He might. Maybe give him some melon and see what happens. His diarrhea all over the house. That's probably what would happen, honestly. Or a shy ball. Yeah, I don't know. It has skin that it looks like a cantaloupe and it's textured like a cantaloupe. So this is the skin. It's got these lines on it though. Like this is it. It's journalism. It's got sort of these stripes on it, and then the inside is very cantaloupe. A golden kiss melon. That could be it. Could be. Usually I take a picture if I'm buying a new piece of produce, especially at Reading Terminal. Iodine Brothers always has signs that like describe everything, and almost always I take a picture. But yesterday I was doing a big, kind of a larger shop, and I just saw the melon and grabbed it and moved along, and that was that. Yeah, there was some. And if you Google like types of melons, there's how many, hundreds of varieties. It's like, I wouldn't know if it was the exact one. The worst thing is I wouldn't know it if you said what it was. If it was correct, I wouldn't know it because I don't think I even looked at the sign. Ace. Accurate. Looks too dark and the lines are too dark for a cantaloupe. It does. It's like, I feel like it's some sort of variety of cantaloupe. Like, or it's some, the lines are very dark. The inside feels a little bit darker, but maybe it's just ripened a bit. I don't know. Persephone says, not a fan of mushrooms, but found mushroom powder is tolerable. Mushrooms to try, enoki mushrooms. Okay. No clue how to cook them. Yeah, Obi's here. He's hanging around. Gwen has entered the room, and now Obi's like happy in the back of the counter. Enoki mushrooms, usually you roast. I mean, I feel like those are sort of like quick roasted or even broiled. It's good with those. I don't use those too often. I like the enokis when they're a little bit crispy, as opposed to like very soft. Maybe a snack bread. You know what I could do? Hold on. I have the receipt from there, and they ring the produce in specifically. Like they ring it in. It's not just like random. They ring it in by name. Let me see if it's on the receipt. Probably over somewhere. One of these is for one of these. Oh, here we go. Okay. Onions, potatoes, carrots. It just says cantaloupe, large. So, the orangutan is a cantaloupe. The mystery continues. Tuscan style cantaloupe. That might be it. Persephone, good luck on your enoki journey. I think for me, that specific type of mushroom, some of them need to be crispy. If they're soft, it just is they're like stringy. But there's like, if you get them in a good place, like you roast them and then boil them a little bit. Not boil, broil, B-R-O-I-L. Then they get like crispy edges around them. I personally like that. Lion's mane mushrooms. Yes. Lion's mane are the ones that you can basically turn into like a crab cake texture, which is pretty fascinating. I've made crab cake, like faux crab cake out of them before. And texture is there. Flavor, not quite. I did cut up the melon, even though I knew it had a name. Oh, actually, I didn't know its name. It made it very impersonal. Okay. Excuse me. Beets have been in the oven for 40 minutes. We're gonna let those cook for an hour. So we got 20 more minutes to go. I need to get a pen. So roasting the beets, cutting the melon. Other things that I want to do today are packing the stuff in the freezer. So I have these things that I cooked yesterday on stream. I want to pack those up. Then we have a couple more prep things we can do. A couple more prep things to do during the waiting period. But let's package this stuff from the freezer, because this is all going camping. So this is like prepared food from yesterday. We had our little taquito situations that are like frozen solid now, as well as the banana muffins. So before those unfreeze, I'm going to put these in little foil, parchment/foil packages so that they can be cooked. I'm going to cook them. I'm going to put them in packages of 2 because I think 2 is like a serving. And I know when I make them, I said yesterday I think Calvin might only eat one of those. But if I make 2 packets of 2, I know I can eat 3 of them. So I'm not worried about it. I'm going to put them in some parchment and then in foil so that they can go into the coals or on top of the grill grate, either way. And they'll cook up right in here. So the next time I open these packets will be after they have been cooked. Aces caps are the best. They are pretty great. We had about 4 seconds of an Obi on stream, and now he's happily sitting in the box across the room. So he's not sitting on the counter here. He's close. He's nearby, which he likes eating. People do vegan pulled pork. Yeah, the pulled pork is like lion's mane or what's the other thing that gets used? Jackfruit, right? feel like jackfruit is the other thing that is super popular with the like let's make it fake meat scenario. Frying of the chicken patties. Okay, I'm into that idea. Thank you, welcome in. Happy Thursday. So, kind of keeping these quite together. Okay. Frozen packets of food. And that's a single breakfast serving. Pretty cool. I'm hoping these work out. I'm not like, let me rephrase that. I'm hoping that the method that I'm going to use for reheating them works. I know that they're going to be pretty good. And also, I'm looking kind of with an eye toward the next camping trip that we're going on after this one, which is going to be with a bunch of Calvin's friends. And that one, I usually do a bunch of prep for as well. And this seems like a very easy breakfast to prep ahead of time that I can make different versions for different, like, specific kids' tastes. Like there's some kids that come on the trip that don't eat pork, right? So I would make some with turkey bacon instead. Or actually probably make them all with turkey bacon, thinking about it, but like if there were egg allergy or something like that, you could make them without, a couple of them without eggs. I don't know all the specifics, but I do ask before we go on the trip if I'm cooking things. If I'm cooking things, I ask for allergy. Tatsu, this trip is just Calvin. So this one is a spring break, just out in the woods, this T&I situation. The next one that we do, it's going to be, how many families did I invite? I think the next trip, I reserved 5 campsites, and you can fit up to 5 people per campsite. I think the next trip has 18 people invited, which is objectively a lot. But it'll be. I like those trips because they're like just big batch cooking scenarios. This time is just he and I. So we're going away for more days than usual. So I am. I think I'm making more meals than I usually make on these trip prep streams. Usually we're away for like a weekend or 3 days, but this time we'll be out for 4 nights. Yeah, 4 nights. So quite a bit of time. All right, the muffins I'm just putting in a bag because these aren't really like these. I'm going to want to grab sort of randomly. Let's see if this bag is still sealed. I know. Okay. So we have frozen for this. Okay, this is for dinner tonight. I hope this is tomato soup. I'm pretty sure this is tomato soup. I don't actually know, but if this isn't tomato soup, I don't know what other soup I made recently that would look like that. So we're making an educated guess here. I'm gonna put the muffins. These go in right back in the freezer next to the sausage. Put the muffins in here. So those are ready to go. I've got everything else, not everything, but most of the rest of the things are packed. Maybe I'll just put this in a pot right now because I got it out of the freezer, but I don't want to. It's not going to thaw in the fridge, I might as well just put this in the pot. Let it just thaw on its own. There's no harm in doing that, I don't think. But this is going to be for dinner tonight, which will be after karate. So my goal is to have dinner ready, meaning have the soup just like ready to be heated up on the stove, and then have the sandwiches made so that I can just put the oven on a timer, and then like 10 minutes before karate ends, the oven comes back on, and by the time we arrive back at home, the oven is on and the things are heated and and everything's ready. Everything's ready. He's gonna. Let's just let that thaw for a few minutes. Okay, we're gonna let that thaw. We'll let that thaw on the stove just like that. Let me wash my hands because now I have tomato soup and I don't know, freezer stuff all over me. Is that a technical term? I'm not even sure. Okay, oven is at 400. Time check is 13:44. We have to be finished stream today by 17:30. So a little under 4 hours, which is great. That's good. We have a good. We're doing well with time. Okay, so we packaged the muffins. We packaged the rolls. Rolls, yeah, they're not really rolls. They are sort of between taquitos and burritos. They're not as thin as I thought they were going to be, and they're certainly not burrito sized. So let's do the oatmeal portioning and pancake mix portioning. So this is straightforward. We're doing one breakfast is going to be oatmeal, another is pancakes. So let's start with the oatmeal. Assuming I have oatmeal in here, that is an assumption I made that actually could be inaccurate. And if that's inaccurate, that's also okay, because that's the type of thing that doesn't. I could quite literally just go get. I could get oatmeal on the way, and it wouldn't be an issue. Oh no, I do have oatmeal. Okay, cool. Here it is, all the way in the back. Yay! Oh, they're quick cooking too. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, and I have raisins up here. Great. No, you know what? We're not going to do raisins. Calvin hates raisins. We're going to do blueberries. He doesn't hate raisins, but like when I put raisins in things, it's like, why did you put raisins in that? Okay. So what I'm considering is I just want to portion this out for like a 2-person portion. We'll put it in a little package, and that'll be it. Bring water and salt to a boil, add oats, reduce heat to medium, cook for 3 minutes, remove from heat, and let stand for 2 minutes. Okay, so these are like legit quick cooking things. Thing number one, before I do this, let me check my camping box here, because I may already have oatmeal portioned out in here, which I didn't check. I do. Okay. So the oatmeal is already portioned. Here it is. This is 2 servings worth of oatmeal. I have a little label on it. It says 2C water. So this needs 2 cups of water, and we're good. I don't need this at all. That's perfect. Which is good because it's unopened. So I can just legit just put this back in the cabinet and pretend like I have had that there and ready all along. Okay, let's look for pancake mix too, because there might be pancake mix in here as well. I have graham crackers. I have all sorts of stuff with s'mores. Okay, I do not see pancake mix in here. Okay. Let's do some. When we look, we're gonna look at 2 boxes. So So one of the things on the agenda today is to go through these boxes, but I don't want to do that in this immediate moment. I want to finish the sort of thought train that I'm chewing along on right now, because otherwise we derail really easily. Okay, let's see. This, if any box has it, it would be in this box. I don't think it is. It would be right on top, because it's a dry mix. No. Okay, there is not. You need to put, I do need to get some pancake mix together, which is great. Alright, we'll leave those right there. We have regular, just like pancake stuff. I don't like make my own mix. It's just like a crusty biscuit or whatever one, I forget it is. So we're gonna get that out of the cabinet in a second. Caddyshack, welcome in. Happy Friday, Junior. All right, so I have some blueberries here. This is the last of like a little bag of blueberries. I'm gonna add those into the oatmeal because I'll just dump that in with the thing and we'll cook them at the same time. That wasn't quite enough blueberries, so we are gonna add a couple loose raisins in because I'm a monster and I can't do help. And personally, I love raisins in my oatmeal. And I think it's fine when they cook in there, they sort of get a little rehydrated, which is also kind of nice. So let's dump those in. That's ready to go. And I can put these other blueberries back in the cabinet. Because that package of blueberries that I just grabbed and I'm putting back in is not open yet. So if I don't have to open something, I don't like opening something just for the, like, a little teeny tiny thing. All right, let's get this pancake mix out and then figure out how to portion it. So up in this cabinet somewhere on top. Ooh, hold on. What do we got here? Oh, there's not enough in that box. That's just to like make 1 or 2 pancakes at home, or put it back in the cabinet and throw it out in the year. Who's to say, really? Yeah, Crusties, buttermilk, light and fluffy. Not an ad, but we got the big bag. This one's from Costco. Your spice cabinet sounds like it's booming. All for free. Did you get like a rebate or something? Was this like a Penzies loyalty program situation? Sounds like a good meal, whatever it is. Sounds like a curry, honestly. I'm seeing if this is airtight. Airtight enough. Airtight enough. We're good. All right, so let's get our pancake mix, family size. Family size mix. You know it's open when it starts popping at the top before you even wait for it. I'm gonna make 12 to 14 4-inch pancakes, which is 2 cups of mix. So 1 1/3 cup of cold sauce. Which is like perfect for this little bottle. This is my pancake bottle. I had to get a new one because my old one, at one point, I was like, "Do you have one of those like, protein shaker bottles?" And I was like, "Sure." And I like gave her the pancake bottle out of my kitten kit, and then she used it for kitten food, or for like kitten formula, like bottle feeding kitten formula. And I was like, "You can keep that one. I'll just get a new one. We're good. Thank you, though." I was like, I don't really want that one back. Just, being honest here. Okay, so let's do half, or no, what did this say? 2 cups? 2 cups of mix. 1 1/2. Control, which of those haven't you used, though? I feel like dried chamomile flour is, fairly unique. I am positive I've I haven't used a lot of whole spices in general. I'd like to. Once when I start needing to replace spices in the cabinet, when I'm out of things, I will probably start buying more whole spice scenarios because I have the spice grinder now. Let's do, yeah, 2 cups plus 1 in the 3rd cup. That's plenty. That's plenty. I'm about to go overboard, but I don't want to make too many more than I actually need. I don't mind making a few extras, because pancakes are the type of thing that, like, you just wrap it up and put it in the cooler, and then you know, you can kind of, it makes an okay snack later on. You can grab it and sort of just like, it's like a tortilla almost. It's just sort of an afterthought. Just something to nibble on is like an afterthought snack. Whereas having like 15 extra pancakes means I would package them and bring them home. But let's label this. I know what this is, but I need to label this with how much liquid goes into here. Oh shoot, I wanted to add additional buttermilk to this. That's what I wanted to do. Because these pancakes are never satisfyingly buttermilky enough. It's an odd turn of phrase, but we're gonna go with it. This back 1 1/3 cups of this. Okay. Now, do I have buttermilk powder back here? I do. Is the buttermilk powder still good? December 2027. It is. Is it actually still good? As in, is it powdery? Sort of. Sort of. Here's what we're going to do with this. Because I'm baking today, and because I'm going to use this anyway, we're going to take a couple of scoops of this buttermilk powder and put it into this, scoops. Take some of these lumps out of here. I'm going to put it into my sifter. Get rid of some of these lumps. It's caked, but it's so good. This is not. Well, it's not. There we go. It's kind of. You need to like. It's all caked up. Aha! Hold on. Got it. It's like a mortar and pestle situation. Except the mortar is a screen. There we go. Alright. Perfect. That worked out about as good as I hoped. And I got rid of some of the caked up lumps of it. Perfect. And now this definitely smells like buttermilk. So, because this is buttermilk, I now need to refrigerate this. Right? I think so. You have to refrigerate buttermilk? I'm pretty sure you have to. Once it's been opened. Refrigerate. Yeah, it says it real big on the label. Great. Okay, so we'll put this in the refrigerator now. I don't think I've ever actually done that when I've made a little like bag of pancake mix like this, but it smells like buttermilk. This time it actually has like a distinct odor to it because I was mixing it a bunch. Plus 1 1/3. Okay. Buttermilk is back in the fridge. See you again next time. This goes in the fridge along with the rest of my food for the trip pile. And now, let's see what else we have. Okay, we did the pancake mix. We did the oatmeal. I need to cut some rolls, and then we'll take a peek at the beets in the oven. We're not going to take a peek at them literally. I'm going to give them the packages a cook and see if they are soft yet. And if they are, great. And if not, that's fine too. We got a little bit more to do. But let's do the rolls. Because that's easy, and that is also something that has to get done. Other two things, evaluating what's in the camp boxes. I just like to do that regularly. I don't always do that beforehand. Grace, it's either water or rims. It's one of those two. It's both, but it's one of those two is the one that you're thinking of, most likely. Speaking of, let me wash my hands with some water. We're gonna rinse them, not just wash them. Sorry,